among your or your classmates, because we need to replace 2 lecture, 25th December, Christmas and also New Year. When do you want to have that? Okay, suggest to me lah, a few, whether face-to-face, online, whatever. Suggest to me. You just tell me which day also lah. Online. I put this day off. You finish class 6 or
online any day also okay.
Online any day also can. Okay, I will see lah. I will see first So your written test I will put later in the Google Classroom, will be on the same day like this, Thursday, week 6. Can't remember the date lah. Have to check the date. Okay. So the class I will check when is your least class that you have for that day lah. Okay. If online, most probably 7, 8 o'clock kan? 7, 8, 7 malam, 8 malam. 7. I will see lah, because sometime I will finish my meeting late so I will try to see which one is better lah. I don't want to take your time where you finish your class 6 o'clock, then you want to go back in the bus still hearing. So maybe I will see first when is the best time Okay, so we will try to go for 7. If cannot, then maybe 8 lah. Okay, so we will see later online I will try to check the timetable. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so this is what we call infinite set. So NZ is the one that you can use only in our Z schema later. Don't go for Q, R, A, whatever. I don't want to see this in your assignment. Okay. If let's say double equal means define as, but if let's say you want to do equal, right hand side is equal to left hand side, whatever, you just use 1 equal. Okay, just use 1 equal. No need to do double equal. Okay, if you want to do comparison, 1 equal. If you want to assign the data, 1 equal only. Okay, so equal here means assign the value or compare right hand side to the left hand side. Okay, not double equal. Okay, double equal will be defined as. Okay, so not equal, you just put the slash. Not equal, just put the slash on the equal sign there. Okay. Of course, in the Z schema, you can use time plus minus time x or asterisk. Normally, because if you put x also can, if you put asterisk also can. Okay, because I know that when you write program, normally you use asterisk for times. So you can use asterisk also can. You can use x also can. If let's say your variable is x, my suggestion, if you want to say times, you just use asterisk. Okay, because sometimes when you use x, I confuse also. Is it your variable or what? So my suggestion for our Z schema, we will use asterisk for times. Okay, we will use asterisk for times. And then because we are dealing with integer only data, if you want to do division, you have to use div. Okay, if you want to use divide, don't use slash. Slash is for R, but we don't use for spivy Z, so we don't use R. So we use N or Z only. So in order for you to divide the data, you have to use div only. Okay, and then if you want to get the remainder, baki, okay, so you use modulus here, mod, okay, to get the remainder. These two are actually for you to get the division and also what is the balance from that division. Okay, so because we are dealing with integer data. Okay, also you will see union, intersection, set difference and complement. So I think all of you know what is union. Okay, you know right? Combine this and combine this. So normally union, you use, remember just now we want to add customer, right? We want to add customer. So when we want to add customer, we must make sure that the customer does not exist yet in our system, right? In our database. Then we can add the customer. So how to add the customer? our database, we use union. Okay, we use union. So the existing records in the database plus with a new record. So that is to show the new updated record of customer in database. So union will be used to add records in your database. Okay, remember, union is to add record in your database. Okay, intersection, normally for you to show something. Let's say I am talking about you are playing badminton and then there are people who actually become not playing means either waiting to play or whatever. So means that if you are playing, meaning that you are not waiting. So means that those who are in the waiting there cannot be the same as those are playing. Same thing as the hospital bed just now. Those patients who occupy the bed cannot be inside the waiting list. So means that these two, in order for you to show something, you can use intersection okay, to show. Or something like you want to show that this data and this data is the one that you want to have to continue with other things, then you use intersection also. Follow according to your system what you want to do with the data. So you can use intersection symbol. Okay, the one that I told you just now, patient and waiting patient just now cannot intersect with each other. We call this as disjoint set. Still using the intersection symbol. Just that this record and this record must be empty set. Means cannot intersect at all. Means the answer will be empty set. So we call this as disjoint set. The term that we use is what we call as disjoint set. But the symbol that we use is intersection also. No other symbol. We just use intersection. Okay? So that is disjoint set. Different. Set difference. Okay, set different backslash. Not slash. Slash is for divide for decimal points. But here is backslash. Okay, backslash. Set different is used to remove the data. Okay? Let's say the customer just now come to you, I don't want to be inside your system. Unsubscribe. So you want to remove the record from your database. Okay? Unsubscribe, you want to remove the record from your database. How to remove the record? Backslash. Okay? Use backslash to remove the record. So we call this as set difference. The term is set difference. But in our Z schema, where it is used to remove the record. Okay? To remove the record. So backslash. Not slash. Don't use slash. Backslash. Okay. That is set difference. Complement seldom used. Complement means other than. Not. This one, you have this data. Not this. Okay, something like not lah. Okay, so for complement, seldom we use in our set, but we are going to use different symbol in our extended structure later. Okay, so we seldom use in, because if you want to check whether exists or not exists, you just do member of or not member of. So you are not going to say not, something like that. So it's like not really used in our system. But there are cases, for example, that you have a complex scenario where you want to go for complement, then you go for complement. But for me, when the students do assignment, I will just say, just do a simple one for you to understand only. No need to go for advanced ones. Just understand that you want to do checking exists or not exists. That's all. Okay? So normally, no students use complement before. Okay. If you have seen the tutorial one, I'm not so sure whether you have gone through the tutorial questions or not. Okay, so if let's say you have gone through tutorial 1, the last question is about set comprehension. Okay, the last question is about set comprehension. So the one that I give to you in the tutorial question is mathematics numbers. 1, 2, 3, whatever, all those things only. Okay, but in your Z schema later, you may use set comprehension to say about your statement. For example, set comprehension can be used if you have if-else statement. If exists, you update the data. If not exists, remain the same, the data. So it's something like if-else statement. So if you have this kind of scenario, one way to show is by using set comprehension. One way. It's not that the only way. You have other ways to show. But one of the way to show if-else statement is by using set comprehension. So set comprehension, you can have only bar like this, or you can have bullet, one big bullet. Okay, so what is the difference? Okay, so general for like a very simple form of set comprehension is like this only. This is a simple form. Okay, where here is the front here we call as variable declaration. What is your variable that you are going to? So X here is your variable, S here is your data type. Okay, then you put bar, then PX here is the condition or constraint. Okay, condition or constraint. When you have that constraint or condition, condition is like in your tutorial, let's say X less than 1 and X greater than less than 1 or X greater than 10, for example. So condition. So you use here a simple format for set comprehension. Okay, so for example here I put out X of type N, X less than 20, for example. So 19 and below will be all X value. Okay, so that is what it means by that. But of course, if you have the condition only, then that's all. But when it comes to your Z schema, there may be cases where you want to update your database, update something. Okay, so you can have also another simple form without condition where you use a big dot here. It's not the dot from your keyboard. It's a special dot. I will show you later where you can find it. So it's a big dot that you have to find. So when you have this, just now you have bar, right? Now you have dot. After dot here, this one will be operation. Means you want to update data, you want to remove data, whatever, will be operation. Not condition anymore. Okay? Not condition anymore. So you change the bar to dot. Means operation lah. So I want to have a square number of this X, whatever. Okay? Power of 2 for this X, for example. It's operation to do something. Okay? But in our scenario, in our system, normally we may have condition and after that operation. Combine of these two. But normally we'll have this. You cannot have simple like that. Normally, mathematics, yes. But our system, you will have condition, then what you want to do after that. So that is where we are going to do this form inside our set comprehension. This form, this format. So where, of course, this is our variable. Then you put bar. This is the way. Don't put dot first. You put bar first. And then your condition. Then dot. Then your function. Means that what is your condition of your operation? And then after that, what is your data or what is your operation that you want to do after that? Okay. So normally the general for our Z schema, we follow this combination of condition and also operation. Not as singular like individually just now. It will be in terms of this. You may also find another term we call this one signature, predicate and term. So but for me, normally I will just say that this one is variable declaration. This is the condition, this is the function. Okay, easier for related to normally for our programming. Okay, the first one will be the declaration. Second one will be the condition. Third one will be the function or operation. Okay, so I will follow that to make it understood by all of us because all of us have gone through the programming. Rather than are you signature or predicate? Signature, what is signature here? Sometimes it will be a little bit confusing. Okay, so this is set comprehension. So, but for here, because if I want to show you the set comprehension, I will show you later in another parts because I haven't explained to you a lot of things. I didn't put that as example yet in this one. Because if I put that, then you will have a lot of questions because I haven't gone through the steps yet, the whole step. So here I just give example of mathematics or your discrete maths of how to use set comprehension first for you to understand clearly about this. Okay, yeah? So means that this is the condition, this is the operation. So this is the condition, can be like this also, where you have bracket, okay, something like if inside another if, something like that. So you can have also like this, okay. Then you can have formula here, you can have like this. So this one I put the mathematics example first for you to understand the concept of set comprehension first. Okay, so this is another one that you may use in your Z is quantifier. I think all of you know, have seen the symbol before. Quantifier, for all and there exists quantifiers. All of you have seen this one, right? Okay, so you can use this quantifier in your Z schema. For example, I will give you sample of library system later. So in the state space, in the schema, the starting state, I call as state space. I want to say that my system, if you are a staff, for all the staff in the university, you can borrow books up to, for example, 15 books, for example. I want to say for all the staff in the university, I want to say that they can borrow books up to 15 books, for example. And then for all students in the university, they can borrow up to 10 books, for example. So in order for me to say that this is condition, I want to say my system condition is like that. So how to write means I want to say for all the stuff. Then I can use for all symbol. For all stuff, then you do lah your set comprehension or formula there to say that all the staff can borrow 15 books, for example. And then I want to say for student, for all students in the university, okay, they can borrow 10 books. So I use for all. Normally, you will see for all inside what we call as state space schema later. Okay, I know that you have not seen state space yet, but normally for all symbol, okay, you will see inside the state space schema. Okay, another one, there exists. Okay, so there exists means if exists the record, you proceed. If not exist, then you just leave it lah. Okay, so there exists normally you will use in the operation schema. For example, let's say I want to have a form, assuming I want to ask the user to enter their information, registration. So I need their ID, I need their name, I need their age. IC is up to them, phone number is up to them, for example, but I need their email. So the one not option, the one optional is actually up to the user. So when I want to have that kind of scenario, then I can put there exists this data. Let's say the phone number, I need to update the database with this phone number. If not exists, then maybe just leave it empty. Okay? So there exists. That's what it comes to use. There exists. Okay? So normally this one for all and there exists. Normally we combine with set comprehension just now. Okay, we combine with set comprehension just now. Okay, does not mean that everything must combine, but we most of the time we combine with set comprehension just now. There exists or for all. Okay, you combine together. So you will see here, I will put also. So that's why here you don't need to put the box here. This one is the format. So this one is set comprehension only. The one that set comprehension just now, the symbol, you just put for all in front. Or there exists symbol, that's all. The set comprehension, because for there exists or for all, normally we do combination together with set comprehension. So when combined with set comprehension, so you just take the format of set comprehension, put in front with the for all or there exists, that's all. According to your system. Okay, according to your system. So, got bar or dot just now lah. Set comprehension have these two. Same thing for the exist lah. Just put the exist symbol. The terbalik, the E terbalik that is the exist. And also this one lah, how to write. So this all is the set comprehension Yeah, when you see here, these are all set comprehension. So you just put there exist or quantifier for all quantifier only. But mostly will be together with set comprehension. Okay, so that is quantifiers. Okay, you can have also existential quantifier, but seldom students use existential quantifier. Normally they just use the normal quantifier only. Okay, because when it comes to our system, not very like specific. Exists number yes, but for our record sometimes does not have existential quantifier. Okay, seldom we have that. So normally will be there exists only lah, or for all only. We use these two only a lot in our assignment. If you want to show in terms of if-else statement, one of the way is to show if-else statement. Okay, so any question until here? So those are a few symbols that you can use with your Z. So now, okay, let's proceed. Is because I said declare variable, all those things. So this topic here is actually how you are going to declare your variable already. Okay. So first thing first. Okay, first step of your Z schema. The first step that you have to do in your Z schema, in your Z, language, is to define your Z types. Define your Z type. Means that, let's say you learn C++ last time. You have float, double, int, all the string, right? You have all these things. Okay? Actually, when you want to use int, that's why you have to put include all those file, right? Header file, right? Because it's already defined for you. So, but for our schema, Z schema, nothing yet, empty. So you have to tell other people that, oh, I am going to say that this data is a string data. This is going to be integer. This is going to be choices, whatever. I have to say. So this is where you have to tell people these are your basic type, free type, or built-in type. Okay, so data type in your Z schema. Okay, so there are three types. Okay, so these three types is strongly type. Strongly means that whatever that you do, small letter, capital letter, totally different thing already. Okay, that's what I mean by that. Strongly type. Okay, so in your Z type, the first thing that you have to do is to know what are the types of your information inside your database. Okay, so we are going to separate into three different types here. Basic type, free type, and also built-in type. Okay, so built-in type, built-in means already given to you. The one that already given to us will be N or Z just now. Just use it. You don't have to say what is N, what is Z. No need to say. Already there, just do that. Just put inside your system. So you don't have to define again. Okay? N and Z. So Z, positive, negative, integer. N will be from 0. You have also N1, 1 and above. Okay? So these are the only built-in type that you can use in your system. Okay, built-in type. So I think built-in type, no need for me to explain in detail. Built-in type. Okay. The one that you are going to do a lot will be what we call as basic type. Or we know that as given set, also known as given set. Okay? Given set. So basic, the word there, basic, means that this is the basic thing about your Z. This is the core of your Z. Okay, your type here. This is the core of your Z. So, basic type normally used to show string data or character data. Okay, string data or character data. So, if your data inside there are string data, then you have to say that this is basic type for it. If you are going to represent in your database a character only, this is also basic type. Okay, so for basic type, there are rules for it. Okay, so basic type, or built-in, or another type, is free type, are all actually global. Global, you know, global means that everybody can access. In your team member, let's say one system, the one that I will give you later is library system. Library system, I have module, for example, register, cast a user, whatever. So all these module that I have can access my basic type, or my free type, or my built-in type, because it's global. Everybody can use it. No need to duplicate and so on. So that's what I mean by global. Okay. So first thing that you have to know when you want to do basic type. Okay, basic type, it will be shown in square bracket. I will this square bracket the index bracket okay. So you must put inside this symbol. Okay. First rule that you have to remember, I think I put also here You can see later. So first rule that you have to remember, all must be capital letter. Okay? All must be capital letter. Cannot have small letter. Okay? So must be capital letter. Singular word. Cannot have S. Okay? Must be singular word. And then if you have two words together, combine into one. No space bar, no underscore, no dollar sign, no question mark sign, no digit, whatever, no. No other symbols can be used with your basic type. Okay? Basic type. No. That is the rules. Okay? So, I already put here the guide for you to write. Remember? Okay, so how to write? This is the way to write. Okay, for your assignment. So, if let's say, you see here I put comma. Normally, the comma, if it is belong to the same module, then you put comma. But you may have cases where your type here will be used for other modules also. So my suggestion is to split. Make it one by one altogether. Okay, so for your assignment, just now I have this, this is the basic type, customer here. Okay, so why I say customer here is basic type, because in my database, I want to store customer name, for example. Customer name, I will have customer name, a string name. Okay, a string data. So, when I want to have a string data stored in my database, the way to actually define my type is actually using basic type, because I want to store string data. Okay, so I do this one. Singular word, all capital letter, no dollar sign symbol, no digit, no nothing. Okay, then I will put inside the square bracket or subscript symbol. Okay, so this is what we call as basic type. Okay, this is what we call as basic type. So this is how you write your basic type. So for your assignment, I want you to add something here where I want you to write a description for it. Okay, for example, let's say I put the set of all registered customer. Okay, registered customer in the system, for example. So I want you to write down some, explanation What is it about? Okay? So the set of all registered customer in the system, for example. Okay, so write something there. Okay, so that's why, even though like just now, like the slide here, okay, like the slide just now, we will not go for this one Okay, we will not go for two like this, because I want you to write some description there. So you have to do individually. Okay, so when you do individually like this, maybe your friend need to use customer also. Then you don't have to duplicate. Means that you put customer here and your friend also put customer. No, because it's global. Global means everybody can use the same thing. So just put customer. One enough. Okay? So global, so this is customer. So this is basic type. Okay? So if you have another one, let's say phone number. Let's say I have phone number. Oops. Also because phone number, I want to do dash. String also. So I put phone. Maybe A. Okay, I put like this. Then I put the set of all A. Registered phone numbers. Phone numbers. Okay, in the system. So you just write something. Something like this. Okay? So that is actually how you do the basic type. Okay? If let's say just now 2 words, you want to have you want to say email address. Okay? So you just put email, for example, ADD like that. Make it as one word, all capital letter. No S, no nothing. So just put as one word. Okay? So that is actually how you do the basic type. Okay? How you do the basic. Don't put number. Don't put phone 1. Phone 1, then you have phone 2. No. Don't put the number. Okay? If you want to put phone 1, phone 2, you have to spell it O-N-E. You cannot put 1 digit. Okay? If you want to have that. So you cannot put digit there. Okay? So that is basic type. So the rules are all here. You can refer on, again for the rules for basic type. Okay. So basic type, the word basic is your main type in your Z schema. So that's why later when we do assignment, each of you will have a module. Then how to deal this, we are going to think of what are your data stored in your database. For example, in my just now customer, I just put the name. But in my database, actual database, I can have customer ID, I have customer name, I have customer phone number, customer address, maybe customer, for example, what maybe age, for example, gender. You will have all this information. So you will have many type for it because different. You cannot just say customer because customer is what name only. So not phone, not others. So you have to put others. Okay, so that's why the term here we call as basic type. Given set. Given set because you, as the analysis, you are the one who give the type for the system. That's why another term is we call as given set. Okay? Free type. Okay, the first one is built in just now. You have basic type. The third one is free type. Free type normally like choices. Okay, let's say I want to know what is the status of your room, vacant or occupied, for example. Okay, so I want to know the status. Oh, occupied. Then you cannot put somebody inside the room. Okay, for example, this room now, DK4, we are having class. So another lecturer want to book, cannot at the same time because already occupied. So when we have this kind of scenario, your choices there is only 2, 3, not many. Then why not you just say as free type rather than basic type. Basic type means you can have many information there. But when it comes to something that you have choices, a few choices only, something like drop down list something that you have drop down list, then you have a few choices only, then you go for free type. Okay, the way to write the name of the free type in front here, similar like your basic type. Okay, the one here, student here, similar like your basic type, but you don't put subscript symbol. Don't put subscript symbol. Okay, after that you use colon equal. Okay, we call this as type definition symbol. So you put colon equal, then your list of choices here. Okay, your list of choices there. So this one normally will be your, just now lah, occupied, vacant, whatever. Yes, no, whatever the choices that you have inside that. Okay, normally when you do this, you follow variable style. Okay, later you will see how you define your variable, your variable, how to choose your variable name and so on. You follow that style. Okay, if you have one word, normally we go for small letter. Okay, if you have two words, you can have combined into one, or you can put underscore, something like that. You can have digits and so on, no problem. Okay, so between the choices here, you split using bar symbol. Okay, you split using bar symbol. So your choices here is up to your scenario. Status. Okay, let's say status now pending or delivered, whatever. Okay, then you can put something like free type. Okay, so that is actually free type, something like choices. Something like choices. So free type normally one result per time. Means that off or on. Cannot be off on at the same time. Okay, it's one per time. Okay, so that's why if you say violet, then cannot be indigo, for example. So one per time. So that is what you mean by free type. So your symbol, you have to use the type definition, colon, equal, and then to separate your data, you use branch separated, the bar symbol. Okay, and then in order for you to say that this is what, you do a name for it. Okay, this way the name here is similar to your basic type. The only difference is without the square bracket, that's all. Don't put square bracket for here. Square bracket is only for the basic type. Okay, so that is the free type symbol. Okay, so after the free type, you define all your free type, then you have to start with your Z already. So when you want to start with that, like programming, you have integer, string, double, float, whatever. You must have variable, right? Num of type integer, total of type float, for example, whatever lah. So your type is double, float, or integer, but now it's your variable. So another term in our Z we call as identifiers. Identifiers of variable are the same thing. Okay, so there are rules also for our Z identifier. Okay, if let's say you have one word only, yeah, can be plural, can be singular, no problem. Okay, can be plural or singular. But if you have one word only, all the characters in this word must be small letter. Okay, if you have one word only, all the characters must be in small letter. Okay, but if you have two words or three words, doesn't matter, more than one word, okay, you can choose the either from one of this way. Either you want to do underscore, okay, if you do underscore, second word can be small letter or capital letter, doesn't matter, or you combine into one. When you combine into one, if let's say you combine into one word, second word must start with capital letter. Okay, second word must start with capital letter. Okay, you can use digit, you can use underscore. Okay, and later you will see also you can use another three symbols, special symbol we call as decoration symbol, question mark, exclamation mark, and prime symbol with your identifiers. Only these 5 symbols. Other than that, let's say dollar sign, dollar sign, alias sign, all these symbols cannot be used with your identifiers. Okay? Digit, you cannot put in front. Let's say 2 customer, cannot. But you can have customer 2 as your variable. But 2 customer cannot. Okay? And then, but underscore, no problem. You can put underscore in front. No problem. But seldom we use underscore in front. But you can put underscore. But normally, underscore we put in the middle of your words. Okay? Digit, normally you put at the back. Okay? You put at the back. Okay? Same thing for question mark, exclamation mark, and prime. You put at the back only. Not in front. Okay? actually the rules that you have to remember when you define your identifier or variable. Of course, how long you want doesn't matter. My suggestion is don't put too long because you are going to do this variable a lot of time. Okay, so don't put too long your variable name later. Okay, so these are actually examples of identifiers that you can refer. So I can put together two words. If I combine, second word must start with capital letter. But if I do underscore, doesn't matter. I can have capital letter or small letter. No problem. Normally for me, what I did, if I use underscore, I will use small letter to differentiate between these two. Okay, so what I did normally for Z, variable declaration, I will choose the second one here. Variable declaration. But when it comes to the just now, free type just now, okay? The free type just now, the choices just now. Okay? So, like that just now, the choice of free type just now, right? Normally for me, what I will do, I will choose this one. If I have more than two words. Understand? So I separate. Means that for me, for the normal variable declaration, I will use this one. If I have more than one word, combine into one. But when it comes to the free type just now, because it's the same thing, similar, so I go for underscore to show the difference. When I see underscore, I know, oh, this is for my free type. When I see combine, I know this is my variable, normal variable. But it's up to you. It's not that you have to follow my style, but you can use your own style to do that. Okay? So you can put the number, you can put at the back also. Okay, so this is identifier. These are the three symbols, special symbol that you can use with your variable just now. Okay? So I have prime apostrophe, I will call as prime symbol apostrophe. So I have question mark, I have exclamation mark. These three symbols are used, okay, because when you deal with your Z schema later, you may want the user to enter information, input into your system. When you ask the user to enter input to your system, your identifier or your variable must be with question mark. Okay? But you want to produce output, show the result on the screen. Okay, show the result on the screen. Your variable must be with exclamation mark. Okay, and then there are cases where it's not input, it's not output, but you want to update your database, right? You want to update your database with maybe new data and so on. You want to say that there is an update to your data. Then you show with prime variable. Okay, so these are the special variable other than digit and underscore just now that you can use with your identifier. So for this one, okay, these are example that you can refer. When you no space, just put, for example, student question mark. So when I see question mark, I know this is input variable already. When I see price exclamation mark, I know this is output variable already. When I see login prime, I know this is the update variable already. These three symbols will show you different things. You can have the same. For example, phone here, question mark, I have input, I have also output phone, I have also output update of phone. You can have three variables, same, but because of the symbol different, you can do that in your Z schema. Okay, you can have that in your Z schema. Phone question mark means input, phone exclamation mark means output, phone prime means update. Okay, so you can have that in your Z schema. Okay, I think I will stop here. Any question until here? So this one later will continue. Any question?